Hi, it's Ken Haedrich, Dean of the Pie Academy, and if you'd like to hear about the really cool pan that I used to bake this tomato and spinach tart, not to mention a neat trick for turning tasteless tomatoes like these into pretty good ones, then don't go away. It's all coming right up. So it's been a pretty busy few weeks around here at the Pie Academy. I've been shooting the last few videos for my upcoming pie pastry course. I've been giving private pie baking lessons here in the Low Country, and I'll tell you more about those in my next video. And I've been making a lot of pies and tarts lately in this brand new pan that I got a little bit ago. It's called a PushPan, made by a company called Kuhn Rikon. And it's something like a springform pan, but without the buckle. I actually like this more than the buckle style pans because even with the buckle, you tend to get butter leaking out from the bottom of the pan and smoking up your oven in your kitchen. Now the PushPan comes in 10 and 9-inch diameters, and the magic is this rubber gasket instead of the buckle. All you do is lightly oil the sides of the pan and the gasket, and then you push the bottom into place. The gasket creates a leak-proof seal all around. Now, as you know, anything with straight sides is a little more challenging to line with a pastry than a slope-sided pan because the crust doesn't lay down. So what I do is butter the sides of the pan with soft butter so the pastry has something to stick to. Then I get the pastry into the pan pretty much the same way I always do it. If the pastry drops down on you, don't worry. Just pick it up and press it against the sides of the pan. Once it's in place, I refrigerate the pastry for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then I take it out and level off the top edge to make it as even as possible. Now, if a recipe calls for a partially pre-baked crust, do it the same way you would for a regular pie crust, with your foil and your beans. Don't be surprised if the edges drop down a little bit and form these little peaks and valleys. They just add to the rustic appeal of your pie. Now, as for that tomato and spinach tart that I showed you, well, you probably think I'm crazy for using plum tomatoes this time of year because they're cottony and they taste pretty terrible. But you can give them a total taste makeover by roasting them first, and here's how I do it. I simply core, halve, and seed about 8 or 10 of them. Then I arrange them on a lined, rimmed baking sheet. I sprinkle them with salt, pepper, and olive oil. And if I really want to kick up the flavor, I'll spread a little pesto on each half. Then I'll roast them at about 325 for maybe 90 minutes until they look like this. The roasting makes for a pretty amazing transformation. It gets rid of the cottony texture, it concentrates the tomato flavor, and it really brings out the tomato sweetness. So, how easy is it to get your tart out of the pan? Well, it's very easy. All you have to do is put the pan on top of a large can or a small bowl, push down on the sides, I guess that's why they call it a push pan, and voila, you've got a gorgeous, ready-to-serve tart. Anyway, if this looks like a pan that you'd like to add to your collection, and believe me, it's a lot of fun and it's very reliable, you can find it online from any number of sources, including Amazon. Thanks for watching today, and don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and tell your friends about the Pie Academy too. I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you back here again soon.